Morning, everybody. I'm going to call to order this Squamish-Lillooet Regional District. Oh, sorry, Squamish. I got the wrong agenda. Sky Regional Hospital District Board meeting. Motion to approve the agenda. Director Mack, seconded by Director Herford. Any opposed? Motion carries. We don't have it closed. Roger, the report, we have non-consent agenda. Would like somebody to move as presented? Director Mack, seconded by Director Herford. Any opposed? Carries. Really business arising? Seeing none, we'll go right into the main event, 7.1, which is a request for decision on the 2025 budget bylaw. Morning.
Good morning, everyone. So this report is bringing back the first draft or the first attempt adoption of the Sky Regional Hospital District budget. It shows the 50% increase for 2025, which was requested at the last meeting. With this 50% increase, the tax rate per $100,000 of assessment would be 4.374. And the estimated unallocated reserve balance would be just over $1 million at $1,076,479. In this report, we did add a bit of information regarding the process to designate the Harrow Road Community Hub Building as a health facility. We will be bringing back a separate report with more information on that process, but we just provided a bit here to provide the board a bit of information of what's upcoming with that process. I'll open it up for any questions on the budget.
Any questions? As we looked at. Okay, if there are no questions, did somebody like to move first, second, and third reading of Sky Regional Hospital District 2025 budget bylaw number? Oh, go ahead, Director Stoner.
Sorry, thanks. Still working out my system up here. Thanks for the work on this. My one question was the list of projects in the expenditures. Have we gone back to VCH and made sure that we've closed out any projects on their end and done that kind of alignment? Because I feel like there's a few projects in here that are like multiple years old that I think that they may have closed out.
Sorry, Suzanne Frost, Director of Finance. There's just the one carrying forward right now, or the two carrying forward. It's the Squamish fluoroscopy unit and the CT scanner. Everything else has been closed. Right. So it shows the 2024 budget, but there is zero coming across.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Any other questions? So we'd like to move for a second and third reading. Second by Director Herford. Any discussion? Would like to speak to it? I will speak to it again. Just Director Stoner. Sorry, I'm not looking up. Director Stoner, you go ahead.
Thank you. Just speaking to the budget that's on the floor, thanks to staff for doing the additional work with bringing back some options in terms of the 50%, 40% increase. I think the direction here is appropriate given the amount of investment that we know is forthcoming in our healthcare facilities and the demand that's going to be put on hospital districts to provide some portion of the funding in order to find matching or additional provincial dollars to achieve what we need in our hospital and healthcare centers through the Sea to Sky corridor. I appreciate that times are tight throughout the corridor for many of our families. And so I do struggle with often the idea of taxing now for a project that is not necessarily identified in our budget. But I do think that building up our reserves is really important so that we are at the ready when VCH and the province come forward with their master plan and we can start to invest in a bigger way in healthcare facilities through the corridor. I'm also really grateful to staff and both at the regional district as well as Sea to Sky Community Services for getting the work started on how we could potentially get the Harrow Road project designated so that we can actually move that $1 million that we're setting aside for that really important project in Pemberton. So looking forward to making some important contributions to healthcare in the corridor. Thank you.
You. Anyone else like to speak to the motion? I would briefly, just because I didn't support the 50% increase going in. And I also do want to clarify my statements because there was a little bit of confusion, I think, in the reporting on this on the last meeting. I was quoted as not necessarily being in support of the Foundry and the other budget allocations that we made. It was two separate conversations, as we know, at this table. There was the support for that, and then there was discussion about next year's budget increase. I totally get behind pretty much everything Director Stoner just said. I agree with this direction. I just find it's a bit of a steep trajectory that we've taken, and that's why I've taken the position I have. But I do think that it's important that we catch up in our taxation and build our reserves and all the good stuff that Director Stoner said. I just was looking for a little more gradual route, so I just want to be clear on that. With that, I will call the question. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Now I'll look for a motion to adopt. Move by Director Rainbow, second by Director Herford. Any discussion? Any opposed? Motion carries. Takes us to 8.1, CO verbal report.
Hi, everyone. Under policy SSHRD, nothing to report. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 8.2 is an information report with regards to rescheduling the December 2025 meeting. Who's going to speak to that?
Oh.
Is there- Okay, moved by
I'll move it.
Director Ford, second by Director Rainbow. Go ahead, Director. I'm sorry, Jen, I keep forgetting to look up.
It's all good. I was just gonna clarify, the motion in the report says 9 a.m., but we've since changed that to 9:30. So I just want to make sure that we state that we are intending the 9:30 start time.
Perfect, thank you. Call the question, any opposed? Motion carries. Chair's report, I certainly don't have anything. Director Stoner, do you have a report? Seeing none, decision on late business, we have no late business. Director's notice of motion to adjourn. Director Rainbow, second